go. All right, guys, welcome back. You are in for another banger. In today's video, I will be discussing with you the one thing that keeps people broke. All right, no top 5 list today. You want to pay careful attention, because if you or anyone you know has either struggled or is struggling financially and they're looking to change their life, start to create wealth, create a legacy for their families, you want to pay attention to what I'm sharing with you today. Without mastering this one here thing, you will never be able to get that done. All right, so with that, guys, let's get into this video. Let's go. For those that don't know me, my name is Jose Gonzalez, aka Mr. Wealth Mindset, and this channel exists to help you break the limiting beliefs that's keeping you financially shackled and keeping you from starting to create true generational wealth. If you didn't come from wealth, but you want to make sure that wealth comes from you, you are in the right space. So with that, guys, today I'm discussing the one thing that keeps people broke. Okay, now that one thing is mindset. Okay, mindset. Now, what exactly is mindset? Some dictionaries describe it as a fixed attitude or disposition, right? For my purposes, and I don't think it's a stretch, I'm going to reframe that to say a mindset is a set of beliefs. Okay, a mindset is a set of beliefs. And why that's important to understand is because your beliefs will determine your actions. Your actions will determine your habits, and your habits will determine your results. Okay, so for people who have struggled financially and are trying to make that shift, they're trying to create wealth, okay, or trying to improve their financial disposition. All right, you have to understand that it begins with your beliefs, with your mindset. Without adopting the right set of beliefs, the correct mindset, you will never, ever, okay, even sniff, all right, that level of success that you are pursuing. And I wanna illustrate this point with a story from back when I was in high school, right? This story is going to encompass my entire high school football career, all right? Now, for the record, I actually never played in a high school football game, but I believe that God places you in certain places so that you can get certain lessons, all right? So during my high school career, I went to 2 different schools, both in the Bronx, New York City. First, I went to Cardinal Spellman High School. Amazing school. I still have amazing friendships from that time. And the second school that I went to was Cardinal Hayes in the Bronx as well. This is like just a few blocks away from Yankee Stadium. Now, nowadays, our football team at Cardinal Hayes is a very good program. All right, we're either in the championship, competing for the championship every year. And for those people that don't know, you know, where the old Yankee Stadium used to be, they tore it down. There's a new Yankee Stadium. If you haven't been there, you have to go check it out. It's a monument of greatness, right? It's something that truly makes you forget the nostalgia of the old Yankee Stadium. But where the old Yankee Stadium used to stand, they tore it down and they built a beautiful park with a beautiful football field, track, all these types of things. Well, now that's where my high school plays, right? We have a beautiful field to play on. But back in the days, we did not have our own home field. We were always on the road. We used to practice on a dirt lot. And hey, any Hazeman out there, up Hayes and all his loyal men, any Hazeman that went to Hayes back in the 80s and 90s, you guys know what I'm talking about. All right, we didn't have a practice field. We used to, when the teachers would leave and drive their cars out of the back lot behind the school, that's what we used to practice on. No lines, no sideline, no bench, just a dirt patch, okay, with a little bit of grass growing here and there. Now, I was new to Hayes in my junior year, and I actually joined the football team when the school year started. All right, so it turns out that the Archdiocese of New York has this rule, or the city has this rule, where before you can participate in a football game, you have to have 14 or 17 documented practices. I believe it was 17, but it doesn't matter. So the point was that I already knew that for the first game of the year, I would be ineligible. I wouldn't be able to play because I didn't have enough practices, right? Cool, no problem. Now, back then, our Hayes football sucked. Okay, we were awful. People looked forward to playing us because it was a guaranteed win. Okay, we were like the Detroit Lions of high school football. I'm just kidding. All right, I have buddies in Michigan, so I'm just taking a friendly shot. But we were awful, and everybody knew it, right? Hayes sucks. Everyone knew it, right? We knew it. Okay, so what happens, right? We're practicing all of that good stuff. Now, the first game of the season, which I was not medically or eligible to even participate in, not to say that I would have been, right? But that first game, we went up to this school in Westchester, upstate, whatever, called Ardsley. All right, Ardsley high school, whatever the hell it was. And let me tell you, I will never forget this day. So here we are, the bad news bears of high school football coming up in our beaten up bus, all right, to play these guys. When we get to Ardsley, it was a whole new world. A whole new world. First of all, they had 3 football teams, a freshman team, a JV team, and a varsity team. Each team had their own football field on campus, okay? And even though uniformly they all wore the same school colors, each team, freshman, JV, and varsity, each had their own uniforms. We're like, what? This is how the other side lives? It was an impressionable moment, right? Point is, we play the game, right? Game's over, we go back. Now, that week during practice, and this is the moral of the story that I want to share with you guys, right? So our coach, was it Coach Munoz? I can't remember. Now, he actually was not faculty at our school. He worked at a different school, and he would just come, after school, coach us in practice, coach us in the games. But like I said, God places people in your life so you can learn certain lessons. And I don't remember what was happening that week at practice, okay? But the team, I don't remember who or what was said, but there was people who were basically talking crap and saying that if we had all the resources that they had in Ardsley, right? If we had a football field to practice on, if we had this, if we had that, we would win too. We would be good too, right? And people were blaming the fact that our lack of resources, that we had to practice on this dirt patch in the back, all these different things were playing a role into why we were so awful as a football team. Now, that may or may not have had something to do with it, but that's not the point. I remember that day like it was yesterday because Coach tore us a new one. He said something. I'm getting goosebumps right now. He said something that I have never, ever forgotten in my entire life. He went off, and this is what he said. This is why socioeconomically deprived people stay socioeconomically deprived. Woo! Let me tell you something. I got chills right now saying it. I got chills back then when I heard it. And I didn't even know what socioeconomic deprivation meant. Okay? But he spoke it from such a powerful truth that I've never forgotten that. And I had to go look it up. And what does that mean, ladies and gentlemen? I'll tell you what it means. It means that people in impoverished neighborhoods sometimes grow up with this belief that because of their circumstances, they can never achieve something greater. Okay? So when I say to you that the one thing that you need to create wealth, whatever goal you have, the one thing that you need is mindset. The one thing that you need is a set of beliefs. Because let me tell you something, if you believe that your circumstances, that your surroundings, that your environment, whatever, is, and will forever keep you from achieving certain things, you are absolutely right. As long as you choose to believe that, you will be proven correct. The difference between people who are successful and people who are not, the difference between people who are wealthy and people who are not, is not a matter of resources, of privilege. It's a matter of what you choose to believe. Okay, guys, if we do not get this right, I'm telling you, don't even start. All right, if you're trying to change your life, but somehow you think that your circumstances have positioned you at a disadvantage, don't even start. All right, it's not where you came from, but where you're going. All right, it doesn't matter how you start, it's about how you finish. Many people don't know this, but 88% of millionaires today are self-made. If that alone does not tell you that becoming wealthy is not a product of your upbringing, of your circumstances, of your neighborhood, I don't know what else will. All right. Sometimes we look at lack of privilege, lack of resources as a handicap, but I am telling you that it is not an indicator of where you can wind up. If you want to break the shackles of financial deprivation in your family, in your own home, in your bank account, you must adopt a new set of beliefs. You must change your mindset. All right. Again, the number one thing that you need to do to stop being broke, and I can say this, I can qualify this statement because I've been there. Okay. And it wasn't until I changed my mind that I was able to begin to change my life. So with that, guys, I'm gonna keep this video short and sweet. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you found value. And if you did, smash that like button. If you didn't, smash that dislike button. All right. But tell me how you feel. All right. Also, comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are on this topic. Any contributions that you want to make. You know, I'm here to cultivate a community of free thinkers. And lastly, if you haven't already done so, subscribe. You know, the whole thing, press the notification bell so that I keep announcing a recording schedule, and then I post on different dates. So you need to be subscribed so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. With that, guys, I want to wish you an amazing day. Be beautiful. Peace.